Did you know that public speaking remains the #1 phobia of humans today? And I would say that's pretty true for me, especially. But for my self-evaluation for my persuasive speech, how I felt during it, before, during, and after, I would say before I felt pretty nervous, pretty anxious doing it, just getting ready for prepping. But I felt pretty confident about it, but I was more nervous than anything. During the speech, because I got to practice it more and more after multiple tries, I felt pretty confident. And then until the end, I started to stutter. I lost my train of thought a little bit, but I started to stutter, as you can tell in the conclusion and the closing statement. It was a little rough. But then after the speech, I felt accomplished, that I got it over with, and good about myself that I got it done with. But some strengths of mine during the speech, or a strength of mine during the speech, as I said, I probably did a pretty good organization. I feel like I did well tying all the points together, and intertwining them, and defining terms, and adding the counterclaim to it. I felt like there wasn't any left out areas of my speech. I felt like I did well there. And then improve, I would say probably my conclusion. As I said before, to me, it wasn't as impactful as I wanted it to be, and I stuttered quite a bit because I didn't rehearse that as much as I'd like to. But not only making it more impactful, but also more impactful in my conclusion, but also more impactful in my introduction as well, and just making it more interesting topic. Same topic, just making it more the way the way I speak it, just a little better, more interesting for the audience to understand. I feel like I could have done a little bit better in that way. But a goal of mine for next time I do a presentation is probably take more time and actually do the speech, like when I'm writing it out and preparing my notes. Just find better ways to make it interesting for my audience and include them in it. But just making it for them, and having just rehearsing it more and more, just make yourself more comfortable, more just less stuttering, because I feel like I stutter quite a bit when I talk, and I'll lose my train of thought. But overall, I think I did well. I grade, I think, probably an 85%. Because I say that because my conclusion was not as impactful, and it was a little stuttering, and my eye contact was off. But I think I did well in the introduction and body, putting all the points together, and my presentation, my visual aid was pretty good. But overall, it wasn't terrible. But I think 85% is respectable for me in speech. I wish I could have done better, but I think that was it. But from this class, I learned a lot, especially from the speech, and what the difficulties of the persuasive speech is, but as well as the class as well, and moving forward, and helping myself prepare for a speech that I have to give, and how to do that. But I learned a lot, and definitely will use these as moving forward tips. Thank you.